It's time for another mountain debrief as I'm on my way home from Rusutsu Resort. Spent the day at Rusutsu. I was on a little bit of a photo shoot, so we did not do that much riding. We did a couple runs on the West Mountain. Now, I did a mountain debrief this morning on my way out here talking about this storm that never really materialized. There were warnings over the road this morning, severe snowstorm warnings, and yet it was sunny and beautiful until about 2 p.m. So we had blue skies, really nice snow, just kind of a gorgeous day, not really windy. And then at about 2 p.m. the wind started to pick up and we started to see like clouds really kind of moving in. Snow started falling. At around 3:30, it suddenly just got really windy and started snowing heavily. But it's kind of hard to tell if it was snowing or if it's just blowing a lot of snow around. So I've actually left the resort. Some of you may recognize this. This is Kimobetsu, the small town that is close to Rusutsu on the way back to Sapporo. So right now, this doesn't look bad. This is not very rough driving conditions at all. Moments ago, though, just back there, it was wild. It's like zero visibility for a couple seconds. I was having to really slow down. So the storm that I named this morning, I called it Empty Promises. I'm going to rename it to Late Delivery. That's going to be the name of our storm right now. Late Delivery. It was supposed to be here Monday, and it just didn't show up, man. And it's Wednesday, and it finally is here. Now, I studied the weather report. This is a tricky call. This is a tough one because when these, violent windstorms show up, you really don't know what's going to happen until the next morning. You can't really make plans. It's very hard to say, oh, tomorrow it's going to be really good here. Let's go there. Things change for the better or for the worse. Sometimes you could get a lot of snow. It could be really good. We're going to see wind drifts. We're going to see all kinds of stuff going on. So the best thing to do really is tomorrow morning to wake up, look at the webcams, study the situation, and make a decision on where to go if we can even get there. Sapporo is predicted to the storm sort of peaking from 9 a.m. tomorrow. So that's kind of tricky as well. Another sort of wrench being thrown into the works there. If it snows all night and then it kind of loosens up during the day, that's the best. But if it's kind of, just windy and blustery all night, it's snowing, but then at 9 a.m. it just starts dumping, it just makes the drive, the commute to wherever you want to go, all that more difficult. So I would expect, road issues and wind issues. Now, the wind in Rusutsu was really still kind of coming from the southeast before I left. Later tonight, it's going to flip around and the wind is going to be coming from the northwest. So that's our typical winter weather pattern. Temperatures are going to go down. Some resorts, I think Kiroro probably will have trouble with that strong wind from the northwest, and the upper mountain will probably close. That seems to be what happens when they get really strong winds there. Kokusai usually does pretty good with northwesterly winds because it's on the backside, so it doesn't get as affected as much unless they're just really strong and there's gusts coming from other directions. It could kind of get weird. Niseko, upper lifts, good possibility that they will not run depending on the aspect. Hanazono, I would expect to be fine. Rusutsu could be hit or miss. They have so many different aspects and so many different lifts that usually something will be able to run, and there just might be certain lifts that are affected. But from the looks of it, I would expect very bad visibility and heavy snow all day long tomorrow. A side note, the people I was with are heading to the airport tomorrow at 5 p.m. So I looked at the weather report for Chitose Airport, and it was snow all day tomorrow as well. Not as heavy as over here in the mountains, but their wind is predicted to be 11 meters a second, which is very strong. Very strong winds. So that area, Chitose is flat, and winds can blow in from the northwest and just all across there. It's all, kind of wide open farmland. So there may be some issues with the airport tomorrow. We'll see what happens if people's flights get delayed. Another thing to keep an eye on. So that's kind of my update. The mountain was not that crowded today, I guess because the conditions were not that great. Maybe some people were taking a day off to relax, or they were going on a drive, touring around because of the nice weather. But the mountain seemed to be very chill today, very chill. And the snow was good. We enjoyed it. It was very nice. Okay, I think that's all I got. If I was going to put my bets and make one call, tomorrow might actually be a great day to go to like a little small resort. There's one called Asari near Otaru. Asari or Tengu in Otaru. Onzu is another one in that area. Sometimes they're a little lower elevation, maybe they're a little more protected. And if it's just dumping snow, those little resorts can be a lot of fun, just doing hot laps on the lift there. The bigger the mountain, the higher the elevation, the more risk of closures due to the wind, bad visibility, and hard driving conditions. All right. Support your local community. That's about it. I'll post this, and have a good night, everybody. Drive safe. Not so bad.